All right, I'm back with my final league match, trying to play for the 3-2. So far, I have a win over Bant Helm. I lost to Grixis Shadow. I lost to Esper Wizards, like Wizard Tribal. It was a pretty sweet deck. And I beat Rug Delver. So, playing the final matchup, trying to get a 3-2. One of the things I think that's been on display over these matches is, I talked a little bit about it. I feel like Nic Fit has the most precarious mana base of most Nic Fit decks. Most Nic Fit decks I feel have a very stable mana base. They're running a bunch of fetch lands so that and then they're running 4 Veteran Explorers, so you frequently just don't have to worry very much about having the exact right colors after the first, 1 or 2 turns. This deck, it's definitely more of a problem. Part of that is you have to run Grove of the Burnwillows on top of Field of the Dead, and you have sort of a bunch of utility lands, and as a result, you just have fewer fetch lands. Maybe you could make a change. Maybe I could cut something like Volrath Stronghold for another fetch land. I really like Volrath Stronghold because it means if you sneak attack Primeval Titan, you can get Volrath Stronghold and then sneak attack Primeval Titan the next turn. So that's pretty good, but maybe it's not worth the cost on the mana base. Likewise, maybe the cost on the mana base is too high for something like Karakas. I like Karakas, but yeah, even 24 lands in this deck, 24 lands, 4 Veteran Explorers, and a Sakura-Tribe Elder, I still feel like I've had some mana issues. So, yeah, should have been. I mean, that's one of the things I highlighted about the deck, and so it's good to show that aspect of the deck, even if that's kind of unfortunate for me. I think against Esper Wizards especially, I had a game there where just the mana didn't work out for me. And against Rug Delver, I think a bunch of my keeps were a little suspect. So, I've had to gamble a little bit on my keeps. Let's see how match 5 goes. All right. Well, I'm playing first. That's good. And again, sort of the mana base strikes back. If this is a fetch land, I can play Veteran Explorer and sacrifice it on turn 2. In fact, this would be a really good hand if this was a fetch land, because you could sneak attack on turn 2, maybe sneak attack Fierce Empath and get something else. But as it stands, I have to mulligan this. And this is better. I'll keep this. So I'm going to bottom the Primeval Titan here. Even though that's pretty good, I think it's just, if the Veteran Explorer plan doesn't work out, I'm very far from Primeval Titan. So I'm gonna go like that. Yeah, okay. And I'm gonna open with Veteran Explorer off of Taiga to hide sort of like that's my land that if they destroy it, it's okay. Like if I get wastelanded, it's fine. My opponent kept 7, so this is Rug Delver again. All right. Well, I'm going to play the Bayou and swing in. And I think I'll play the Sylvan Library. I think I'll play the Sylvan Library if nothing happens here, which I assume it won't. I think that's better than Village Rightsing right here. Because if this is Rug Delver, like they could have Stifle, and Stifle on Village Rites would be pretty savage. I think I'd rather just play the Sylvan. All right. Well, everything's resolving so far. My opponent had a Tropical with no other play. All right, this is really looking like Rug Delver. Still could be some like sneak attack deck, but it's really looking like Rug Delver. All right. Okay. yield control, and Punishing Fire is great against Rug Delver. I don't think I need the second vet, although it's not a bad draw. It's not bad. I don't mind it. Maybe I'll just put the Bayou back and pay 4. And I'll probably, yeah, I'll just pay 4. Because that's going to ramp me. And that way I can Village Rites at the end of their turn. And that's pretty good. So here I'm leaving up, I can cast every spell in my hand, which is really nice, but my plan here is to Village Rites at the end of the opponent's turn. Draws me 2 cards, sort of shuffles away that Bayou on top of my deck. And I think Punishing Fire is just a great card against Rug Delver. You know, it stops Delver. And I have blockers for the ground already. I have Assassin's Trophy to take care of something like Oko. So, yeah, I think that's just... I think I'm in a very good position against Rug Delver, assuming that's what this really is. Which it could not be. I haven't seen anything definitive yet, just 2 ponders. Okay, so this is not Rug Delver. Oh, is this TES? That's trouble. Okay. This is looking like TES. So that changes how I'm going to play this. So I have an option here. I don't think I do anything quite here. You know, there's nothing really in the main deck at instant speed that really does anything here. Peer into the Abyss. Okay. That is going to be almost certainly death. They draw 24 cards. So I'm almost certainly dead here, but there's a chance. Not a very good chance, I'll be honest. You know, I can Punishing Fire here maybe. Here they're gonna get Tendrils. So yeah, that's just lethal. I don't think there's anything here for me to do. So I will respond to this with Village Rites. Just to see if there's anything. I'm almost certain there's nothing that will help me here. So I'm going to get that and mountain. Yep. There's nothing here, so I'm going to concede. Okay, so this is TES. And they've got game 1. Okay. So trouble. Veil's good. Veil's pretty good. Now Spellbomb doesn't really do anything. Carpet's okay. I don't think it's going to quite be good enough here. I definitely want the Plague Engineers, even though they're not stellar. and I want Reclamation Sage too. They're not stellar. Red Blast can sneak a win if they go for like a Echo of Aeons line, so I don't mind that. And while Leyline of the Void can get Echo of Aeons, it's a maybe. It's a maybe. Okay, so what's bad? TES typically runs just one basic and a basic swamp. I think I definitely don't want the Assassin's Trophies. It's debatable whether I want the combos. Collector Ouphe is sort of my key card here. I don't think I want Sakura-Tribe Elder. I think it's just too slow. Sylvan Library is okay. I could probably cut some number of Punishing Fires, and the number might be all of them. They typically don't run any creatures at all, so I'll probably cut all of those. So the question then becomes, and Cabal Therapy is good, but they do run typically 4 Veils, which makes it much worse. There's a question of, do I want the combo or do I want Leyline of the Void? And I think I'd rather have, I don't know. The combo basically lets me close the game out really quickly, because Collector Ouphe is sort of just a roadblock. Like they're going to side in Abrupt Decays here. They know that I have something there. So I might want something that just closes out the game quickly, and that's Sneak Attack, and that might be better than Leyline. Yeah, I might be able to cut like something like Woodland Bellower and just keep Emrakul, because that's probably enough big heavy drops. I can probably cut Meren. I'll cut Meren for a Leyline, and then maybe I'll cut one Veteran Explorer for another Leyline. Is there anything else? I can cut Karakas for yet another Leyline. Okay. Oh, and I don't want Meren. I want Leyline. Okay, and I need to submit before time runs out. Okay, so I've definitely overboarded here, but I think that that's okay against TES, because this is just sort of like a turn 3 deck. And this is not going to cut it. Like, you know, against a lot of decks, this would be fine, but this just doesn't have a play until later. So I think this is definitely a mulligan. Sneak Attack into Primeval Titan is good against some decks, but what I really need is something that can. I need disruption that works immediately. So I think I'm going to mulligan this. This is better. This is multiple pieces of disruption in Cabal Therapy and Leyline of the Void. Yeah, I like this. I can bottom the Grove because I don't have the Punishing Fires, so I don't need Grove of the Burnwillows. So we'll do that. My opponent started with 7 cards, so I'll start with Leyline of the Void in play. And I'm going to open here with just Swamp into Cabal Therapy, and I'm going to name Dark Ritual, because that's what their fast starts sort of result in, or that's what they need in order to get a fast start. So I'm going to name Dark Ritual, and I also get to see if they have Veil, so they don't have it. All right, and I'm going to pass here. Okay, but yeah, this is still a pretty good hand for my opponent. They have 2 cantrips. They have an Abrupt Decay, which answers sort of that'll answer my Collector Ouphe. All right. So, I think I'd rather, like, I can Abrupt Decay the Lotus Petal, but I don't think I really want to. I think I'm just going to hold back. Like, I might do that at the end of their turn or something. One of the problems with Abrupt Decay is against Wishclaw Talisman, they can still use it at the end of their turn. If only it was sorcery speed or something, but it's not. It's they can use it at any time on their turn, I think. I think that's right. Let's see, this is going. Okay. So they still have Chrome Mox and Abrupt Decay that I know about. They could have Veil still. Okay. Let's hope they don't have it here. There it is. Okay. So this could be an ad nauseum, which is trouble. Okay, Rite of Flame. Wishclaw Talisman. LED. Okay. So now their hand is empty. Yep. And here they can, yeah, I think this is lethal. They get Burning Wish and then Tendrils. Oh, no, they're short one. Oh, they get Ad Nauseam. Okay. Okay, Veil. Boy, this is a bad draw for them. Wow. They're taking risks because they could have Echo here and just lose. I guess it gets a little better with Dark Ritual because they can Dark Ritual into Rite of Flame, into Burning Wish. No. Can they win with this? The land doesn't help. Ox Opal doesn't help. I think they have it with just Dark Ritual, Rite of Flame, into Burning Wish, but maybe I'm wrong. I'm certainly no expert in TES. They're counting it up too. See, Rite of Flame nets 1, Dark Ritual nets 2. So that gets them to 5. No, they're 1 mana short. They need 1 more, like Lotus Petal would do it. I wonder if they're thinking about just holding their hand over the turn, like holding their hand until next turn, which is probably fine. I guess I could Wish Claw for something, but I can't Wish Claw and cast. I can't Wish Claw and cast Collector Ouphe. Let's see what my opponent does. They need 1 more mana, I think. I think they're 1 short. Lotus Petal does it. LED does it. Dark Ritual, Rite of Flame, any of these I think do it. Even Chrome Mox does it. But Tendrils of Agony kills them. Brainstorm doesn't help. Tendrils of Agony kills them. There it is. Yeah, they're dead. All right. Okay, so they had to go on, and they got by Echo. Okay, that was interesting. Okay. I don't know if there's any changes that I'm going to make. Most of this just doesn't help in the matchup. Let's It's debatable. You know, maybe I cut a Village Rites here. I can. There's nothing really great. There's nothing great. There's Carpet, which isn't great. There's Veteran Explorer, which is okay. I mean, they only have one basic. Maybe Veteran Explorer is okay. Gives me a lot of just turn 1 plays and ramp up to sneak attack, which is important. Maybe I still want the Village Rites if I'm running the 4 Veteran Explorers. Maybe Eternal Witness is the card to cut. It's probably worse than... you know what? Maybe Tireless Tracker is the card to cut. Yeah. Let's do that. I don't... This is still a very hard matchup for this deck. It's even worse than some of the other Nic Fit variants, because it just, you know, yeah, it's got Collector Ouphe, but it doesn't have any counter magic. It's not boarding any mind break traps. It doesn't have Gaddock Teague. So, yeah. I'm going to run this. We'll try it. See what happens. You can always get them with Veil of Summer, but I'm only running 2. I can't remember. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yep. This is okay. I'm gonna, you know, I think this is an okay keep. I can, yeah, I think this is okay. It's got multiple pieces of interaction in Red Elemental Blast, Abrupt Decay, Leyline. I'm gonna keep it. It's not great. Let's see what my opponent's got, because if they're on an Echo line, they're just in trouble. They could have it here. It's possible. Well, Ponder tells me they don't, but typically not. They could still have it, but it's unlikely. And so do I want to playing out some of their artifact mana? Oh wow, are they going to go for it here? No, they're just playing out some artifact mana. That's okay. Okay, so now I think I'm definitely going to hold up mana here. I'm just going to play this and pass, and this way I at least, you know, I have some answers, but you know, TES has ways to deal with this. They have defense grid, whatever that thing is that makes spells on their turn cost 3 more for me. So that's a way to beat Veil, but they still might go for it. I'm not going to Red Blast the Ponder. I would rather Red Blast something like an Echo, although they're not going to Echo because of Leyline. Probably. All right. Okay, that's good. So I'm gonna play out the I'm gonna get a Bayou here, and I'll get a Bayou, and then I'm gonna play out the Veteran Explorer. The other option here is to Abrupt Decay the LED, but I think I'm not going to do that right now. This represents sort of Veil, so it's another reason to sort of not do it. But yeah, at least I have options, but this is a hard matchup, no doubt about it. Let's see what they got. They have Mana for Days, Chain of Vapor. So this looks like they're going for Storm Count, but yeah. They can basically replay these, but I didn't want to Red Blast the first Chain of Vapor because that plays right into a couple different things. What did he bounce? He bounced Leyline. Okay. Well, I'm gonna Oh, I didn't realize that. I should have veiled that. Oh well, that's fine. I'm not going to bounce anything of theirs. So they went for Storm, but the thing is they might be going for an Echo line and they don't expect Red Blast. Like, why would you hit Leyline if you weren't going for Echo? Why would you hit Leyline if you didn't go for Echo? That's sort of my thought process. Although I thought that they were going after one of their own things. I should have checked that, but still think it's okay. All right. So this is almost certainly an Echo, and I'm going to Red Blast this. So I don't know. My opponent, they might play it out here, or maybe not. Let's see, they flashed it back, so it's okay. They're playing it out, which is, I guess that's okay. They have no cards in hand. They have Lotus Petal, so I can hit the Lotus Petal, or I can play Fierce Empath and try to get something. I think I'll do that. It speeds up the clock, doubles it. Now here's the question: do I get Primeval Titan or Emrakul? I think I'll get Primeval Titan because with Veteran Explorer, I'm only like one thing away. I'm only, you know, if I draw like a Cabal Therapy, I'm pretty close. Or actually, a Phyrexian Tower lets me cast it immediately. So I'm gonna get Primeval Titan, and I'm just gonna start the beats. Okay. And I can actually hardcast Leyline next turn, although it's probably less critical now that they're... Okay. They just have a land. So I might just... I mean... I guess I just attack here and like Abrupt Decay their Lotus Petal. Green and black. Yep, and that's it. I at least have a clock. It's something. So, let's see if they. I don't think they can go off next turn. So I think I'm gonna Leyline here. Like I think I'm taking a risk because I'm lowering my Veil defenses, but I think it's okay. I'm gonna get a Taiga here, and I'll play Leyline. All right, I survived that turn. So something like Cabal Therapy would be pretty good. But I need to draw something. This clock by itself is a little slow, although it's ticking down. I might Veil at the end of turn to just draw a card off of the Ponder, because I now have a backup Veil, and I don't know if 2 Veils is that much better than 1. Okay. So I think I'm gonna do 2 things here. I think I'm gonna Abrupt Decay the Lion's Eye Diamond. So let's do that. That's fine. Um, that's fine. So that's okay. And then I'm going to Veil to just draw a card myself. And then that's that. Okay. So this is interesting. So I can Cabal Therapy, Flashback, and then I can hard cast Primeval Titan, which that's a pretty good clock. It would leave me open because I don't think I have enough. Well, you know what? I can see what they have, I guess, with Cabal Therapy. So maybe let's do that. And then I guess what do I fear here? Dark Ritual would be pretty good. Actually, something like Wishclaw Talisman would be pretty good. Yeah, maybe I'll do that because I know it's a 4 of, and I think it's pretty good. But this is going to tell me a lot. Okay. Lotus Petal and Veil. So I don't think that they have a basic forest here. So I think I can just go for it. Like I'm pretty sure they have just a basic swamp, but no basic forest. I'm going to get a basic forest, and I'll get a basic mountain. Yep. So I'll get the Veil here. Yep. Okay. So they have Lotus Petal. And at this point, I think I can represent a one-turn clock with this by getting Field of the Dead. Yep. And I will get Volrath, Stronghold, and Field. I think that's what I want. Yeah, let's do that. So this represents a one-turn clock because I have 11 power on the board. And I'm going to pass. I got nothing. But they have one draw. So we'll see what they have. So they have one draw to kill me here. They have a Ponder. Okay. And I know what they have. They have Lotus Petal, but you know, they could maybe draw, like maybe they just draw like an Abrupt Decay, which, you know, survives a turn, but still puts them in big trouble. I don't think there's any meaningful thing there. No. All right. There's the Lotus Petal. Let's see if they got anything. They concede. All right. So a 3-2 with sneak attack. That's pretty good. Cool. That was pretty good. Always nice to get Storm. Storm used to be sort of the enemy, the arch enemy of Nic Fit, because Nic Fit couldn't beat it. Collector Ouphe has done a lot to make that a little bit better. So, you know, I guess over the league we saw a few things. We saw the mana base sort of really show how vulnerable it is. And to be 100% honest, I don't know if there's a ton of changes I'd make. You know, maybe you swap out the Karakas, but Karakas gives a lot against a lot of matchups that this struggles with. So yeah, I don't know. You didn't see me actually get the combo that many times. I got it a couple times, but yeah, there's a couple things you could do differently. You can go a little bit heavier all in on the combo by having 4 sneak attacks, and at that point you might want something else like Inferno Titan. So that's sort of one possibility you can do. You end up with a really, really heavy top end at that point, though, because you have Primeval Titan, Woodland Bellower, Inferno Titan, Emrakul, 4 sneak attacks. You're talking a lot of spells that can sometimes be dead in your hand. So that's a tricky one. It's tricky to do that. I didn't actually feel like Village Rites was that amazing. It was okay, but I could actually potentially see myself dropping one, maybe, or maybe even like trading out an Abrupt Decay or an Assassin's Trophy for something like Vraska Golgari Queen. I don't know. Um, the deck felt okay, and it's felt okay. You know, I've now run it through I think 3 leagues, and all 3 times I've gotten 3-2s. I actually felt like a couple of those other matchups that I lost were winnable too. You know, like this deck wasn't dead. It wasn't dead in any of the 5 matches that I played. So yeah, I don't know. The deck feels pretty good. Maybe I'm not giving it enough credit against Bug. I just always feel like Bug is in a really good place right now because, well, Oko and Uro are really strong. But maybe I'm not giving this deck enough credit. You know, maybe it is pretty good. Um, yeah, I I don't think there's any, like, none of the creatures I think I would make a change. In fact, if anything, like I could see myself adding, maybe another Tireless Tracker. I know some people were trying Seasoned Pyromancer. Seasoned Pyromancer's pretty okay. It lets you sort of like discard excess sneak attacks, or like Emrakul or something if it gets stuck in your hand, and you can discard it and make a couple creatures and do something else. So, maybe Seasoned Pyromancer's okay, but I feel like since Village Rites got printed, maybe Village Rites is better than Seasoned Pyromancer in this deck. Um, but yeah, overall it felt pretty good. It was nice to get a win against Rug Delver, and Grixis Shadow. Like, even though I lost to that deck, like, I feel like that's a very winnable matchup. It can be a little quick, but like it's a very winnable matchup, and the same went for that Wizards deck. I feel like I got sort of mana hosed one time, and if I wasn't, you know, I think, yeah, maybe if I wasn't hosed, maybe that would have been okay, because I feel like them playing a bunch of Wizards is probably not, playing into Plague Engineer, and I have Punishing Fires, which kill all their creatures, and Abrupt Decays, which kill all their creatures, and I feel like maybe I had, maybe I, you know, I'm not saying like I was favored in those matchups. I don't think I know either of those matchups enough to say that, but I felt like I had a chance, certainly, in either of those matchups. But yeah, overall the deck felt pretty good. It was cool to play, and I'll probably play this again sometime. It was pretty fun. You're always sort of like planning ahead, trying to see if you can get your sneak attack going. So yeah. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. Uh, as for the sideboard, I don't think I'd make any changes there either. I think I liked every little bit of the sideboard. Um, yeah. So overall, I was pretty happy with the deck. I'd maybe make a couple tweaks to the main, maybe something like Village Rites, but overall, I was pretty happy with this. All right. Well, thanks for tuning in, and don't forget to check out nicfitmtg.com. There's, I'm still working on like a sneak attack primer on that site, and I'm definitely gonna, or a sneak fit primer. I'm definitely gonna sort of work the content of this video into there. So check it out. Thanks. All right. Have a good one.